Welcome to Israel, and to the picturesque city of Tel Aviv. Home to thousands of avid judo fans, the sport holds a special place in the heart of the nation. The Shlomo Arena would usually be brimming with support for Tel Aviv's annual World Judo Tour showcase. But this year things were different. Yet the efforts of the nation in tackling the virus meant that judoka and worldwide viewers could be welcomed by event co-host Mr. Sylvan Adams. After the World Masters in Doha a few weeks ago saw judo back on TV screens, now Israel celebrated its turn to shine. We'll bring you all the best action from the event. We'll meet Chelsea Giles of Great Britain, who caused a real stir on her day of competition. And we'll follow the man whose courage has the world in awe, former world champion turned political refugee, Saeed Molai. But we start at under 48 kilograms, where reigning world champion Daria Biladid of the Ukraine was hoping to bounce back from defeat in Doha and reassert her dominance in the lightest female bracket. Whilst the wheels haven't fallen off completely from judo's youngest ever world champion, they are definitely wobbling. Yet in her elimination contests, she looked back to her dynamic best, defeating Mary D. Vargas Ley of Chile and Portugal's Catarina Costa with emphatic ippons as she progressed to the final. There she faced the reigning European champion Shireen Bouclé of France, who flaunted her cunning ground game on her path to the gold medal contest, with this strangle against Estefania Soriano of the Dominican Republic. Could Biladid bounce back? Let's hear from former world champion Neil Adams as we join their contest in Golden Score.
2 shidos apiece, and also into Golden Score here. So anybody's match this. They're both looking for the same thing. Both looking for the Sakeshi, and that's the danger, right against left, left against right. Now, Biladid backing up. Is she gonna go for it? Oh, look at that! Yes, she does! She went for the, same technique that Bouclé went for, and Bouclé was waiting for her. She just sidestepped it, came across for the Oguruma, and Biladid finding it difficult to find the form that won her 2 world titles, and I think she's got to do something else, probably add another technique. Just have a look how Bouclé was waiting for Biladid to come across, and she slips the hip, comes across for the Oguruma, and straight the way over the top. What a brilliant technique that was. As I said, they were both looking for the same technique, but Bouclé was the one that came out on top. Brilliant performance there from the European champion.
And Mr. Sylvan Adams, the event co-host, was once again on hand, this time to award Bouclé with her gold medal. The man in form at under 60 kilograms was Georgia's Timur Nozadze. He showed his pedigree with this classy Uchimata Ippon against Turkey's Mirak Akos on the way to the final. Served up to face him there was Azerbaijan's Davud Mamadsoy. It would be a tasty encounter.
This could go either way. It really could. Both of them big throwers. Mamadsoy got the arm over the top now. Sumigesh! Now then! Yes, very persistent there. 2 stabs at it, but gets him onto his side, gets the Wazari. It was all one movement. Just have a look. Soon as that arm was over the back there, then straight in for the Sumigeshi. And of course, Nozadze tries to avoid it, but it's all part of one movement there, and he puts him onto his side. Now, Nozadze realises that he has to do something. He needs a score now, using that right arm to create space. Now he's got the arm. Cianagi! And again, this time Nozadze drives, continues the movement. The drop Cianagi didn't look like it was going to score straight away, but then he just carries on with the movement. Started in, went out, doesn't matter. So who's gonna do this? One of them now has really just gotta take the fight to the other. Depends who wants it most. Halfway through. Oh, look at that! Ouchi Gary! Again it started inside. Nazadze moves to the side. And look, he follows him. Mamadzoi follows him and then just plants that back leg and drives for the Ouchi. And, well, he holds his head there, Nazadze. But it was a great movement. It was all part of a movement, the same movement. And that was brilliant stuff there. Mamadzoi drives with the Ouchi and gets the ippon this time. Brilliant. Gold medal then for Azerbaijan.
Hot favourite for gold at under 52 kilograms was Kosovo's Olympic and double world champion, Mylinda Kelmendi. But would there be an upset when she faced Chelsea Giles of Great Britain at the semi-final stage?
Well, this is golden score. Chelsea Giles is taking the fight to Kelmendi. The Olympic champion finding it difficult to quell Giles. Now, Giles got the grip over the top, comes in for a big ogoshi. Oh, Uchimata! The Olympic champion goes over. That all started in, went out, came back in, but what a brilliant technique that was from Chelsea Giles of Great Britain. She attacked the Olympic champion like she really meant to throw her. And look at that change of direction there. She changes it to Uchimata and she's into the final. Brilliant stuff from Chelsea Giles.
And Giles wasn't done there. A Sankaku Gatami hold in the final against home favourite Gilly Cohen gave her a maiden Grand Slam title. On hand to present her with the gold medal was Mr. Hilly Tropper, the Minister of Culture and Sports for Israel. We caught up with Giles afterwards for our latest Meet Your Judoka feature.
I started judo when I was 8 years old at Coventry Judo Club. My brother started when he was 5 and I just used to go and watch. I used to do a lot of sports and yeah, I found judo and I just started to join in and I loved it. My favourite throw, I would have to say, is Uchimata. I think if you get it perfect, then it looks like a pretty amazing throw. So yeah, I think that's my favourite throw. My favourite Niwaza move is Sangaku, but I think I like a lot of Niwaza moves and transitioning from one to another, I think I'm getting better at. So my heroes would be Sally Conway. She's always got a smile on her face and she makes me feel really comfortable. The next two would be Nakoda Davis and Jemima Yates-Brown because they've had a lot of injuries but they keep fighting, so they inspire me to do the same. My favourite judo player to watch would be Abe. Her judo technique is amazing and I just love watching her fight. My best friends in judo would be Nakoda Davis and Kelly Stadden. They've always supported me and I know I can go to them if I need any motivation. I don't really have a hidden talent, but I think that photography is a side hobby. When I was younger, I'd say that my brother was my rival. Now I really don't think I have a rival, but Abby is probably one of the strongest people in 52, so I'm looking forward to fighting her again. The way that I deal with pressure is to control what I can control, like training as hard as I can before a competition. My favourite memory from the IJF World Tour would be fighting in Paris because I was able to have my dad and my brother there and people from my club watching. My advice to young judoka is to enjoy training and to make friends.
At under 57 kilograms, the heroine of the Shlomo Arena was in action. This time 2 years ago, Timna Nelson-Levy had the crowd in raptures as she took gold. And those memories served her well, as she defeated last year's champion, Kaja Kaiser of Slovenia, to set up a final with the up-and-coming French judoka, Sarah Leone-Sizik, who also impressed with this Ouchigari ippon against Germany's Theresa Stoll. Nelson-Levy would again reign supreme, winning by ippon to top the podium on home soil once more. And whilst the crowds may not have been present, she was nevertheless thrilled with the victory. France have an emerging star on their hands at over 78 kilograms, with Romain Dicot on blistering form. The winner in Doha a few weeks ago, she has now taken gold in her past 3 World Judo Tour outings. She is one part of a stellar French female team, and at only 21 years of age, has now established herself as the one to watch in the category. The highlight of her route to the final in Tel Aviv was this thunderous ippon against Melissa Mojica of Puerto Rico. Standing between her and a 4th gold medal in a row was Portugal's Rochelle Nunes.
Dicot has been absolutely on fire this whole year. Hasn't lost an event. And look at that arm over the top. Now what's going to happen? Suna Makikomi! And she gets the Wazari. Just needs to hold. And look how dominant she is. She really is a find, isn't she? Because she is the lady of the category at the moment. Just holds for the 10 seconds. Wazari Wazetti upon. Brilliant stuff from Dicot. And she made that look absolutely easy, didn't she? Rochelle Nunes, very experienced. That arm over the top there, straight in for the Makikomi. Ties that arm off, and there's no way she's going to get out of that. And she's been so successful. She's been winning since Tel Aviv 2020, Paris, Europeans, Masters, and now this one. She looks absolutely unbeatable. What a time to come on form. Olympics coming up. Who can beat her?
In action at under 100 kilograms was Israel's European champion and world number 2, Peter Palchik. Let's join him and his teammate Tal Flicker for a game of Who Do You Think?
If you raise your belt, it means you think it's you.
Yes. Oh. The whole game you did? Yeah.
לא, בסדר, לא, it's okay, no,
אם
it's
אתה
okay.
הרמת, אתה חושב שאתה זה
Yes, yes, no, it's okay. Okay, good.
1, 2.
Yes.
My man. Number 1, man, number 1.
אתה?
אני לא בטוח.
אני גם לא יודע.
I was thinking like...
I think him.
Yeah!
מה יש מדום?
Interesting one. תחשני?
אתה,
כן, נראה לי.
We were in Turkey in training camp for 18 days. You know, I was in the room with him, and as soon as we get off the plane, I said, "Don't talk to me all the weekend. I don't want to hear from you until Sunday."
Real story, really.
And we got home, and I sent him a message.
For sure. A T-Rex.
God knows I tried to resist.
אתה לא באמת חושב ככה. He's not really think like that, you know? changed my style now, so
He cares more.
I care a bit more. I know. And I watched the Social Dilemma film, you know? It works on me 2 hours, and then... אתה? אני כאילו?
אתה רוצה קצת בלגן. אני עושה פחות.
זה לא משהו שם.
Why did you ask?
Meanwhile, back in the Shlomo Arena, it was Michael Korrel of the Netherlands who stylishly progressed through the other side of the draw. In the final, he thwarted Palchik when he was judged to have scored a Wazari. Disappointment for Israel, but joy for Korrel. Under 63 kilogram gold was taken by Olympic champion Tina Tersteniak of Slovenia, who defeated her compatriot Andrea Leski in the final. Up one weight at under 70 kilograms, world champion Marie-Eve Gay of France started well with this Ippon Sienagi Ippon against Ireland's Megan Fletcher. And this Harai Makikomi against Kelly Peterson-Pollard of Great Britain. However, she then came unstuck at the semi-final stage, where she was pinned for 10 seconds by German judoka Miriam Butkereit, who was delighted to progress to the final in her stead. Gay bounced back in style to take bronze, gaining a small measure of recompense. Her compatriot Margot Pino would be the one topping the podium, however. This fabulous Siatoshi against Sanne van Dijk of the Netherlands was the highlight of her day, as she eventually defeated Butkereit in the final to show the depth of French judo. Germany were victorious at under 78 kilograms, with Anna Maria Wagner taking gold. Dmitry Minku of Belarus looked great at under 66 kilograms, stunning Israel's Amit Babonovich with this sublime Sodi Surakomigoshi Ippon. But he was matched by Albert Gautero Martin, the Spaniard seeing off Serbia's Stahina Buncic with his own version of the technique, before defeating Minku in the final. Alexandru Raicu was a surprise winner at under 73 kilograms. The Romanian's highlight was this Ukigoshi Ippon against Victor Sturpu of Moldova, before he defeated Italy's Giovanni Esposito in the final by a Wazari. Former world champion and current world number one Nikolo Shirazadishvili looked great at under 90 kilograms, as the Spaniard made it through to the final. This Hizaguruma against Cyril Grossklaus of Switzerland was his best moment of the day. Facing him there was Georgian judoka Lasha Bakauri, who also showed great skill during the day. He eventually sealed his place in the gold medal contest with this Tayatoshi against Slovakia's Milan Randl. A scrappy Wazari was enough to mean Bakauri maintained his undefeated streak against the Spaniard. Another senior win for the three-time junior world champion. Georgia had more hopes for gold at over 100 kilograms, as Gela Zalishvili made his way to the final with panache. But Russia's Tamerlan Bashaev was no slouch, as he also booked a spot in the main event match. As the pair locked up, Bashaev looked certain to launch Zalishvili through the air. But in a brilliant moment of trickery, the Georgian turned the tables on his opponent, landing on top for a clean Ippon win and a Grand Slam gold medal. Our number 3 Ippon from Tel Aviv featured a home athlete, plus 100 kilogram fighter Serafim Kompanayas, who stunned Azerbaijan's Jamal Faziev with this enormous Ashiguruma in their elimination contest. Kosovo's Akil Jakova, a former Paris Grand Slam winner, is no stranger to our top Ippon list, and once more he made the grade in Tel Aviv with yet another Hizaguruma for the scrapbook against João Fernando of Portugal. But a medal-winning Ippon is extra special. So our number 1 from Tel Aviv came in an all-Dutch encounter for under 70 kilogram bronze between Sanne van Dijk and Kim Polling.
Well, it's always tight between these two, but Van Dijk is the one going forwards here, arm round the back. Now what's going to happen? Oh, what an Ogoshi that was! It was 5-0 on the World Tour to Polling before this match. But my goodness me, what a time to pull that out the bag. Van Dijk comes across for the Ogoshi, big arm round the back, and she controls her right the way down, flat on her back. She knew As soon as those hips went across there, that she had Polling, and Polling could do nothing about it. Brilliant stuff, and Van Dijk gets bronze.
We finish with the men's under 81 kilogram division, which saw former world champion Saeed Malai in action. In 2019, at the Tokyo World Championships, Malai dealt with a dramatic situation, which could have jeopardized his chances to compete at the highest level. His courage and bravery won him hearts the world over. Now representing Mongolia, Malai has been welcomed in Israel, as he makes a statement of his newfound freedom to compete by travelling to Tel Aviv. And he surprised nobody when he made it through to the final, rocking Russia's Aslan Lapinagov with a foot sweep before driving him backwards to score Ippon in their semi-final contest. Facing him in the final would be Uzbek revelation Sharafidin Boltaboyev, whose performances continue to impress. In Tel Aviv, he defeated Frank de Witt of the Netherlands in the other semi-final, scoring Ippon to set up a showdown with Malai. How would Malai's fairy tale day end?
Malai coming forwards, he wants that arm over the top actually. Boltaboyev though, really doing a great job stopping him. Malai, now then, Boltaboyev, he has the sleeve. Oh, that was brilliant stuff from Boltaboyev. Well, he had the sleeve of Malai, look at that, to stop him grounding the technique. So, the Tachiwaza is still on, and now what he does, he directs him onto his side. That was super stuff there by the Uzbek. Now Malai, tries again, and again he stops Malai going to ground. Now then, what's going to happen here? Takes him back. What an uranagi that was. Rosari Rossetti Ippon. Once again, he stopped Malai going to ground, but this time, because it all stopped, it was a direct attack by Boltaboyev. It wasn't pretty, but what he does here is takes him back for a massive uranagi. And it was so low. Look how low it is there. Look at the purchase he gets. And the brilliant Malai couldn't stop himself landing on his back. Malai committed. Boltaboyev, he knew exactly what he wanted. Massive uranagi. Takes Malai over for a second wazari. And he wins the gold medal. But credit to Malai, the great Malai, he came here with a big job to do. His bravery has been amazing, and he has done the judo world proud.
IJF President Mr. Maris Fizzer was present to award Malai with his silver medal. And whilst he may not have won gold, he did win hearts the world over. He was embraced afterwards by the president of the Israeli Judo Federation, Mr. Moshe Ponti, and congratulated for his courage.
I'm very happy. I hope next time for gold. Thank you for all. Thank you for IJF for competition. I'm first time in Israel. I'm very, very happy. Now I'm free, no problem, no politics, and I'm a sportman, never politic. Sport and politics different. I hope first Corona finish, and I hope good Olympic for all sportmen.
So that's it from a moving Grand Slam here in Tel Aviv, as we say goodbye to Israel once more. But you won't have to wait long for your next judo fix, as soon we're in Uzbekistan for the Tashkent Grand Slam.